Alright. I've readjusted the timer. Try it again. Then we'll do a rev check. Time in advance rev check. That's what I'm calling it. That's good. Now we're going to go for a ride. That's the only thing we ain't done yet on this. So, we got the timing dead running. Now the difference on the timing on this bike, or on this, compared to the original 277, is that these sensors are now actually individually movable. Now the timing, it just so happened when I put it on that it worked perfectly. I didn't have to move either one of my sensors, but you may have to, and I'm even in the middle of the timing adjustment. So, but if I had to move it one way or another, and then let's say the back cylinder was firing a little too soon, I could retard it by pushing it, by loosening up the screws and moving a little bit, and setting the back cylinder so it would fire as it's supposed to. These are slightly adjustable because apparently, from what I can tell, is when it goes through the EAdvancer, it somewhat changes the timing, because I used the original plate on this and it just didn't work. It changed the rear timing on it, when I had the front cylinder, and it changed the rear timing, so the rear timing just didn't work. So as Pete suggested, I'd go ahead and put the new plate on. I did, and it hit money. I mean, right off the bat, both timing marks were firing where they were supposed to. So they were synchronized, is what I'm going to call it. I don't know what the correct term. And all I had to do is to get the timing plate adjusted to the correct timing. And it's actually starting better than it did without the EAdvancer on it. I'm going to have to, so far, I'm going to give that a thumbs up. The timing advanced incrementally from the 15 degree all the way to 40, and it did it right as Pete was suggested. It should be around 3,000 RPM. I think he said 31. You know, it's a mechanical, a tachometer, but from me looking down and looking up, that's how it did. It went all the way to full advance right there around the 3,000 mark. So that's apparently good. Now we need to do some I'm going to do a ride test with it, see, put you on, we'll go for a ride and see how that works out. And then I got a I'll go through various situations of lugging it in the lower RPM and then bring it up, but of course without hurting the engine. And then I'm going to pull the seat off. I don't have a starter, so I'll never be able to do it, but I got to pull the seat off, use a spare battery. I got a couple of old motorcycle batteries that I didn't recycle. One's usually hangs around 11 volts, so knowing that it's not even a good battery, I'm going to hook the 11 volts up to the system and go for a kickstart. So that's my report for now. I'll get back with you.